where we're besties bonding over books.
Woo, that's a lot of bees.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Spencer. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Today's theme is fall.
All things fall.
We are filming this today on August 22nd, which is the first day of, well, autumn.
Which you wouldn't know in Georgia because it's 90 degrees outside. Yeah.
Yikes.
False. We had false fall last week.
Oh, it was so nice.
If you live anywhere where you have a false fall, it's nice, but it's so sad
Because then
when it goes away.
Because then you're sweating again.
Yeah, it's just like you wake up to a 60-degree morning and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it!
It's beautiful.
And you fall for it every year.
It's multiple times a year, usually.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, we had false fall 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then, no, it's still here.
Yeah, it's
depressing.
It's sad. But hopefully by the time this airs, it's nice.
Yeah. We're trying to get into
And I'm in a sweatshirt.
Yeah, we're trying to get into a cozy mindset today.
Yep. Think cozy.
Think cozy. Think autumn breeze.
Yep. Here for it.
Yes.
Okay. So, we're just gonna
Vibes. Fall vibes.
Yeah. What to you, like, what makes a book like a fall read?
That's a great question. I think that, like, it's two things. I think there's two different paths here.
Yeah.
I think on one side, it's easy to be, like, Halloween.
Spooky.
So it's like, yeah, it's like witches and, like,
yeah,
like thrillers, but, like...
Would you put Stephen King in there?
Yeah, he does have fall vibes.
Yeah.
He's a fall vibes kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think it's, like, it's beyond just being a thriller. It's, like, it has to be, like a New England town.
Why is it always New England?
I don't know. It's never the South.
Honestly, if I lived in New England and I read all these books, I'd be like, I need to move.
I need to move.
Like, all the scary stuff happens
That
there.
or Louisiana. Louisiana gets a lot of scary stuff.
Yes.
Like witches and vampires.
Yes.
Come to Louisiana a lot. So, like vampires probably too.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's, like, this one category of, like, spooky, Halloween-y.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mystical.
I think the other half here is, like, that fall vibe feeling, and it's, like, that one's more elusive to me.
Yeah.
And I don't have a great answer for that side.
Yeah. It's more like if Gilmore Girls was a book.
Yeah. But I will also say this, like, we were looking at a cozy read, and I don't know that I like cozy reads.
I like cozy reads.
I want something to happen.
Yeah. Well, to me, they're a good palate cleanser.
That's fair.
Like, if I was just exhausted from reading a trilogy or, like, something fantasy or even, like, a thriller or anything like that,
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, maybe, like, wrap myself up in a blanket and read this book while
I sip some...
Yeah, like, sip some, like, cider
pumpkin.
or something.
Yeah. Do you have an example of, like, a cozy read, then?
I'd have to, like, go back through... Because to me, cozy reads aren't even, like, romance books. They're just, like,
It's almost like, you know what I would say? And I haven't read these books. But, like, Virgin River, I know, is, like, a book series.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like, those are
cozy reads.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And things do happen. Like, there is, like, stuff happening, obviously. But it's, like, the stakes aren't high.
Yeah, the stakes aren't high.
The stakes aren't high. You're not
100%.
stressed reading it.
The stakes are 100% not high.
So, like, I think that that's something that I haven't really experienced in a book. So maybe I would like it. But, like...
Well, you know, I think some of the cozy reads that I've read aren't fall cozy reads. They're summer cozy reads.
Oh.
Like, I would call those Carly Fortune books cozy reads.
Really?
Not a lot happens in them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but they're, like, summer cozy, not fall cozy.
Yeah.
But I would equate that to, a cozy book. Like those Carly Fortune books. But they're more summery.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think that, like, the setting's a big part of the cozy piece. Usually I feel like it'd be, like, a small town vibe. More of just, like, warm and fuzzy. So, yeah, I definitely would lean more spooky than cozy during the fall, personally.
I would probably lean more... Not spooky.
No, you're not a spooky girl.
I don't like spooky. I don't need spooks.
No spooks,
No
please.
spooks, please. I think I would lean more towards magical.
Yeah, like spells.
Yeah.
Witchy.
Yeah, like Discovery of Witches. Like, I'm planning on reading that this fall.
Okay.
I kind of want to, like, delve into some Harry Potter books. I have not read all the whole Harry Potter series.
That should... Yeah,
blasphemy.
that's wild to me. Absolutely wild.
So, like, to me, that is what I equate to, like, a fall read.
I would agree with that, because I really want it, because usually when you go in Barnes & Noble, they have, like, those like, themed tables.
Yeah.
There's always one around fall time where it's just, like romance witch reads.
Oh, yeah, like X-Hex.
Yeah, like, I haven't read any of those, but I think I would like them. Like, in my mind, they're, like, bewitched kind of, like, reads.
I was gonna recommend X-Hex for book club, but it's technically part of a duology.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's interconnected.
Like a lot of those romances are
but
nowadays.
Like technically it was. So I was like, I don't know if I want to suggest this, so I didn't. But yeah, X-Hex is one of them. There's another one that I see a lot.
Yeah, there's a couple that are just like always on those tables around this time. But I think I would like those because I'm all for women being witches.
Yeah.
I think a book can also be a fall read if it's... I don't know how to explain this. If it's like... If it takes place around Halloween time.
Yeah.
But not in like a...
Not in a specific to Halloween kind of way.
Yeah.
Like if there's like if you had a murder mystery book and it was like, it wasn't related to Halloween, but it's just like they're investigating around Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is kind of why you're equating Harry Potter to like it too, because like they definitely like have like scenes that happen around Halloween.
Yeah. I would even and I haven't read them yet, and I want to read them. They're on my TBR. The School of Good and Evil.
Oh, yeah.
I would count that as like a fall read.
You know, and I would say, like, if I'm going after a cozy read, I would go middle grade.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's, like, that would be a cozy read to me.
Because
like,
the
stakes aren't as high. And there might still be, like, a bad guy.
Yeah, you're not going to have, like, gore violence.
Yes. So I think that I would, like, if I was going...
That's why Harry Potter's so good.
Yeah. No, literally. I think that that's what I would go to. Like, I read Percy Jackson, like I was saying. Like, that's been, like, what I've been reading, too. And, like, those are... You can definitely feel cozier in them because you know that, like, it's never going to get too awful.
No.
Because it's a middle school kid's book.
Yeah. I'd agree.
So yeah, I could amend that, and I would say like I would consider, as an adult, middle grade books to be cozy. I think as a middle schooler, you wouldn't consider them cozy.
No,
because like that's like high, like that's,
yeah, it's like oh my gosh.
Yeah, to you, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. So what are you thinking for your like fall TBR this year? Like what?
Discovery of Witches, I think is top.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that show so much, and from what I have like read online, they stay very true to the books as far as the seasons go.
Yeah.
So I think Discovery of Witches is like top. Yeah. And I want to throw in, I just feel bad that I haven't read all the Harry Potter books.
Have you read any of them?
I've read the first 3.
Okay. That's like half.
Yeah. Well, it's like how many?
They get bigger. There's 7 of them.
There's 7 of them.
Plus like the screenplay.
I'm not reading that.
It was fine. People hate it, but it was fine.
Yeah. I'll leave it.
But they get longer and longer each book, too, though, which makes it more challenging.
Oh, my sister's read them all, and I remember, like, seeing them and being like, oh my god. But now that I feel like I've read...
Yeah,
exactly. I think it used to, when I was younger...
It was so intimidating.
It used to be like a mental block.
Yeah, 100%.
I would see my sister reading them and being like, how could you ever read a book that big? And now that I've read Kingdom of Ash, I'm like, I can read a book that big.
I can do anything.
I can do that in my sleep.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Do you know what I would love? I know it's not going to happen, but I would love an Emily Henry book set in fall times at like a Lake Michigan.
Yeah. Like all tourists are gone.
Yeah. Emily Henry, can you make that happen, please?
Please.
Like go to a pumpkin patch. Oh,
yeah, we're
a fall
here for
festival.
It. Yeah.
Please.
Don't want a lumberjack-esque man.
Yes. You got this.
You got this.
I believe in you.
We got this.
But
yeah, Harry Potter's definitely up there as well, and I am gonna say, and you know, people have differing opinions on this, but I am glad that I didn't read it before I watched the movies, because those movies were like, and I know it's like teach their own, but those movies were like such a core part of like me growing up. And whenever my sister, we used to always go to the midnight showing in Athens. Like every year, we were like first in line, and to see the movies. And my sister had always read the book before.
Yeah,
we would lead some movies, and she'd be like, they didn't do this, they didn't do this, they didn't do this, and I'm just like this 10-year-old who was like, that was great.
Yeah. No, I didn't read all the books until I think the 5th movie came out. So like after that, I knew what was going on. But I've always been really like, I've never been a person that's like, the book was so much better. Like it could be, but I've always been good about being able to like differentiate them. Like
separate
they're
them.
Two separate like entities to me for like any situation. So I never had that issue. But I there are people out there that are like, and I will say this though, I love reading those articles that are like, this is what they changed. I love those.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm never going to, like, judge the movie based on what they changed.
Yeah. So. Well, I think people's thing is, like, they go into such more detail in the book.
Well, of course they do. It's a book. These movies are already, like, 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, they're like, you just get so much more out of the book, which I can appreciate.
That's
I'm excited to see if they give Jenny a personality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you like her more in the books, yeah.
One of my favorite, and that, like, comes up on my Instagram every now and then, is just, like, what's something in a movie that you always notice, or whatever, like something, a mistake in a movie that and it's this person, and he like zooms in on Jenny in like Deathly Hallows or like some scene, and they're like, if you look closely at Jenny in this scene, you realize that they forgot to give her a personality. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, that's why so many people like didn't care that he ended up with her in the show, in the movies. Like it's like, okay, cool, great, don't care. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know, I haven't seen that girl in anything else, so I don't know if it was like her or the writing or what, but it's just like, she could have not been there, and it would have been,
if you took her out, it would have been
the same exact
plot and whatnot. Yeah, agreed. But
yeah, so Harry Potter's on my Harry Potter priority is Discovery of Witches.
Yeah,
and then maybe trickle some Harry Potter in there.
Yeah, I think that I will try and pick up some of those like X-Hex books. And then I also started a vampire series last year.
I have a vampire series on my TBR, but I forgot which one it is. You know what I mean?
Is it the one that I have?
I don't know, but some of the covers start to look so similar that I'm like, man, I can't remember which one it is.
No, I just want to get the author right before I say it. I think it's called The Beautiful. It's like the first book in the series.
My TBR is way too big.
What is your name?
I don't know, but my to-read on Storygraph is 102 books.
102?
Yeah.
Renee Ahdieh. So I've read the first 2 books in the Beautiful series by Renee Ahdieh. And I really like them. They're really good. It's like kind of, it's vampires, but it's also kind of like enemies to lovers, kind of, but then also like, it's a lot going on. I think there's 2 more books in the series. I think it's a quartet. So I think it's a good season to finish that series.
Solid.
Yeah, love a good. I mean, the vampires aren't like back necessarily, but like I've always liked vampire stories.
I mean, Vampire Diaries. It's just like
the best.
That was a book, and read it.
It is a book.
Is that based off a book?
Yeah, but apparently the book is very different.
Is it just one book or a series?
No, it's a whole series. It's a whole series.
What? I did not know that.
It's the same people. Do you remember, like, they had, so that did so well, they also turned this person's, The Secret Circle, they turned that into a series.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's the same author, because the Vampire Diaries did so well.
Yeah.
No, it's the same.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
But I've heard that it's very different after the second book. Like, the show really went in its own direction.
I can see that, because the show gets, towards the end, very, like...
Yeah.
You're just vampire, so you're already outlandish, but, like, it gets crazy outlandish.
Yeah, and, like, I think that they had such a good cast, they could do a lot with it.
Yeah.
But people, apparently, when it first was released, like, in the book, Elena Gilbert's blonde, and they were livid.
Oh, that she wasn't blonde?
And then Dobrev, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like...
Like, they're like, why isn't a Candace King?
I guess, yeah.
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 Which is, it's hard.
I can't imagine that.
It's hard for me to reconcile that because I'm like, it's Nina Dobrev.
Yeah. And like they changed a lot of things to fit her. Like, so like she actually is Bulgarian. And so they added all that to that too. But like so there's a lot of things that are different, but like the core premise is obviously there.
Yeah, two brothers.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. But no, it is a series.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You see me not.
You're like, if only I could read that.
Yeah, you see me not looking at the credits, because I'm sure at some point in the credits it probably says based on a novel by...
Probably.
Yeah.
LJ, or maybe LJ Smith. I don't want to quote that wrong and give credit to someone else. But
I didn't know.
I love The Vampire Diaries.
Such a good show. Good fall show. But now only, like, there's some stuff like that.
LJ Smith, yeah.
Where I only, like, watch it up to a certain point.
It's a big-ass series.
Oh, my God. That's, like, 10 books.
Yeah. But yeah, she's blonde. That's the front cover.
Oh.
Yeah.
That book looks corny as hell.
It's from 1991.
Oh, my God. It's old.
I mean, the show was from, like, what, 2008? We were in high school still.
When did it start? Did it start in 2008? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, this started in 1991.
1991, good God.
And then the show... Show premiered... Come on, Wikipedia. 2009.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess I was sophomore in high school. That sounds
Concluded in March 2017.
I guess I forget how long we've been out of high school. Because I'm like, oh,
it was just a little while ago.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, I think vampires, witches, like I'm here for all that. I know that had like a big moment obviously when we were in high school, when we were younger.
Yeah.
But I think we're starting to see it kind of come back a little bit too.
Yeah. You know, I never finished reading the Twilight series. Like the books.
Really?
Yeah. The movies like killed it for me.
Oh.
I read the first one.
I went to the midnight release of Breaking Dawn with some friends.
I read the first one, and I used to like the movies, but like Kristen Stewart, I can't with her. She just like she just kills it. She kills it for me. But anyway. Yeah. That's we're gonna talk about what we potentially are doing this fall.
Yeah, so if we release this in October. So yeah, like next month, hopefully in November. Mm-hmm. The second weekend in November? Third weekend in November.
Third weekend. There's a lot of weekends in November this year.
There are. So the third weekend in November is Y'all Fest. Sorry, Y'all West. Y'all West. Well, Y'all West is in California. It's the other. They have both. They have Y'all Fest was the first thing. And they opened up a Y'all West in California afterwards. How clever. I don't know if Y'all West still goes on, but Y'all Fest does. So Y'all Fest is in Charleston, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And it's a festival of like authors and books.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For like YA. So YA, it's y'all because it's YA.
Yeah.
So like Y'all Fest.
Yeah. So some people that we know are going to be there. Rebecca Ross.
Veronica Ross. I think we saw that one. Victoria Aveyard.
Yeah. Several people where we would be
V.E. Schwab.
Yeah. Several people where we'd be like, please send our books.
Yeah, and like I think it would just be fun to like be able to, because I think that they have obviously like author signings, but they also just have like
some panels and
yeah, I'm sure they probably have like lesser known authors too that maybe we could like get to like learn about new books, which is fun. And I love Charleston just in general. It's like probably a 6-hour drive from Atlanta. Yeah, 6-7. It's not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Yeah. So we're gonna plan on going to that. Woo! We can definitely film there too. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's definitely good fall vibes because it'll be fall.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be weather like fall about that time.
Yeah, and I mean, going to Charleston, you're going up, so it should be cooler. Yeah. Too, I think that's
not a lot of up. You're more like over. And up a little.
The world is round, so that makes it a little bit more confusing. We're driving north.
Some people would argue that point. I'm not one of those people.
Are you a flat earther, Spencer?
I'm not. I do not.
Okay.
I do not identify.
I do not identify as a flat earther.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be really fun. A little fall activity for us. We can walk around Charleston.
It's gonna be nice.
Hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be nice. Embracing the fall. And the books.
Embrace the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hopefully we'll have a lot of more fall books coming your way to a YouTube near you. Yes. But yeah, thanks for joining us on this autumnal equinox.
Yes.
We hope that your fall is going well.
And next week, join us for Booked and Busy.
Booked and busy.
Booked and busy. Hopefully we're not as busy this month so we can get some reading done.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Till then.
Bye.